the tempting yet forbidding flank of the Dardanelles. Gathering around its targets, the Allied invasion fleet will be ready to sound its deadly overture in the dawn of April 25th, 1950. On shore, the Turkish defenders, long forewarned, are prepared at some points, surprised at others. But everywhere, the landing craft nose into a shoreline whose hostile terrain puts the attacker at a handicap. And the odds are compounded by inexperience, by faults of communication and flaws of command, by bad luck, and by error. At Cape Helles, in some boats, every single man is hit. Up north, the Anzacs are put ashore a mile off target, at the foot of unexpected cliffs. They charge into overhead fire from a Turkish regiment. While assault troops struggle toward the heights, reinforcements are pinned to the beaches, or wait idly for orders to advance, orders that never come. Their generals in ships far offshore have no clear picture of the situation on the ground. The commander of the Turkish army, German General von Zunders, sends troops blundering off toward one of the decoy attacks, but is saved by the decision of his subordinate, Colonel Mustafa Kemal, who will one day rule his country as Ataturk. Acting on his own, Kemal throws his reserves into battle with words that become legend. I don't order you to attack, I order you to die. Their objective is a crucial ridge, a vantage point commanding the whole southern end of the peninsula. While the Turks entrench along the heights, the Allies will be forced to dig in on the slopes and on the beaches. The new front, remote, exotic Gallipoli, is only a repetition of the Western Front. Defense prevails at a terrible cost to both sides. Instead of a peninsula, the Allies have captured only two tiny beachheads, which they cannot link up. A few square miles at Cape Helles. At Anzac Cove, a matter of yards. The litter of invasion includes 20,000 men, dead and wounded. More casualties than in the D-Day to come, a generation later. And instead of victory in a matter of days, they are faced with stalemate that will drag on for months on the cramped, listless beaches of Gallipoli. stalemate on Gallipoli. Troops languishing in the Mediterranean heat. Monotony, frustration, and new forms of Gallipoli fever, malaria and dysentery. First Sea Lord Fisher has already pronounced the epitaph. Damn the Dardanelles. They will be our grave. In London, the War Council reacts to the shattering news. Fisher resigns as First Sea Lord. In a secret letter, declares that Churchill is leading them all straight to ruin. The letter goes to Conservative leader Andrew Bonar Law, who now tells the government his party can no longer trust Churchill. He must go. A coalition cabinet must be formed. Churchill begs Fisher to stay on. Fisher tells him, "You are bent on forcing the Dardanelles, and nothing will turn you from it. Nothing. I know you so well. You will remain. I shall go." Both will go. Prime Minister Asquith bows to Tory demands and sacks Churchill. His political career seems at an end. "They never fought it out to a finish," he says in parting. "They never gave my schemes a fair trial." A troubled Kitchener must now decide: withdraw or pour in fresh troops and fight on at Gallipoli. He decides to mount a new attack. The public knows little or nothing of the desperate situation. There is still no draft in Britain. The enlistment campaign has stepped up. In June and July 1915, the British send 5 divisions, nearly 50,000 men, to reinforce the 8 divisions now on the peninsula. The new men are untried and unprepared for the grim realities of Gallipoli. With this force of 120,000 and a bold, imaginative invasion plan, Hamilton will try to snatch victory from defeat. The plan: two-pronged attack. At Anzac Cove, its force secretly built up, and a few miles north, a new landing in Suvla Bay. The two forces to join, severing the peninsula and securing the heights commanding the straits for the fleet. August 6th, 1915. The landings are brilliantly executed. The surprise at Suvla complete. And the result is another disaster. 1,500 Turks with a few howitzers hold off 20,000 fresh British troops. Some British boldly strike inland, but others are not told what to do. Many just sit on the beaches, brewing tea, bathing. Communications disintegrate. Initiative bogs.